Hey everyone, so I am here today with Mashion to be sharing my new mom beauty routine. I'm going to take you guys through some of the skincare that I do, my makeup routine, and kind of tie it all in with being a new mom. So let's get started. So the first thing that I do when I wake up is that I never wash my face with a cleanser because I've done an entire beauty regime at night. I like to, in the morning when I wake up, first splash some cold water on my face, which is what I've done here. And I have a mixture here and I make this a lot, I use this a lot. This is some honey and brown sugar that I mixed together to make a scrub. I love DIY remedies for the skin. So I'm going to start applying this on my face. I like to let it sit on my skin for about 2 minutes before I scrub it off. It becomes like my face wash in the morning. And the reason why right now, I love DIY remedies. I'm like the queen of DIY remedies. I think they're the best thing you can do for your skin and hair. But the reason why I love it right now is that with a new baby, and because I'm breastfeeding and I have her next to me all the time, I'm very careful about what ingredients I'm putting on my face. Of course, as a makeup artist, I'll do tutorials, etc. I apply makeup, but I'm very careful that I take everything off, shower before I pick her up again, because I think their skin is so sensitive and there's so little, and everything that we apply on our face nowadays that is manufactured has a certain amount of chemical and preservatives, etc. So I'm very careful about that. I like to keep myself as makeup free as possible. So that would be the reason why I'm really focused on DIYs, and I think they're the best thing you can possibly do for your skin. The honey is great because it's a great antibacterial agent. It's a great tightening for glow. Try to source your honey well. Try to get organic honey so you get the best result. And the sugar acts like a great natural exfoliant. So I'm going to go and right now scrub this off in my sink with some water, and that would be my first step, and that would be my cleanser, so to speak, in the morning. So next I'm going to take some rose water. I love to use that as a toner. It also makes me smell nice. I'm very anti-perfume right now. Do not wear perfume with young babies. Don't wear them when you're pregnant. You don't want to overpower them with your perfume. So I don't wear perfume, and I like to use some rose water, and it's really refreshing. I'm just gonna spray some on my face like that. It's refreshing for the skin. It makes you smell good, and that would be my toner, especially right now with a little baby. I think that's great. Another good toner is some lemon water that you can use, but I like to use natural toners right now. Now I'm using Suqian. It's an Australian skincare brand that's super natural. It has no parabens, preservatives. So I'm going to use their hydration elixir. The minute I got pregnant, by the way, I'm generally very careful about my skincare and trying to keep it as a mix of organic, and then obviously we still buy the stuff that works really well but is full of a lot of stuff that maybe shouldn't be used too often. So I started to research on skincare brands and started to buy a lot of stuff that I could even do while I was pregnant. I was very careful of what I was applying on my face, and the same now with the little baby. I'm going to take some in my hand, and it's like a face oil. I'm going to take some here. I'm going to apply it on my face. So it has a nice hydrating quality. It's very natural. For everybody who has oily skin, I have very oily skin, and they say one shouldn't hydrate. It's the opposite actually. The oilier your skin, the more you should focus on hydration, because your skin almost feels like it's not hydrated enough. So hydrate. So unless I'm filming like tutorials or I'm doing something makeup related at the salon or work wise, I like to keep my look very natural. So I'm going to start with NARS Radiant Concealer, and this is in light 3 honey, and I'm just going to apply it in the areas that I feel needs some coverage, and I'm going to use my fingers. Everyone who has been a mother or is a new mother can relate with the under eye situation, and I'm going to apply some of it in this area around my mouth. I feel that also has a little bit of pigmentation because you want the skin to look nice and clean and polished, but not done to death. I feel it's very nice for skin to look great and glowy and not look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. So I'm using the Universal Powder Laura Mercier, and I'm going to put some on my brush. Just get a big brush. I like this more than using a sponge. Sometimes sponge tends to add more product and I feel this is better. So I'm going to get a big brush, dip it in my powder and just start going over the areas like my T-zone pretty much that gets a little oily. Now I'm gonna give myself a nice flush on the skin, and I love this product. It's called Benetint by Benefit. It's like a stain, and I'm gonna dot some on my cheeks and some on my lip. Just gonna take my beauty blender now and start blending this on my cheek. What I love about this product is that it looks very natural. And a lot of people swear by it, like actors and actresses and, you know, models and us regular folk. It makes the skin, the blush. I'm just gonna add one more little layer because I like looking like a nice blush. I'm gonna add just a tad bit more on my eyelid. And what I love is that it gives the whole skin, eyes, lips, wherever you apply it, a very see-through color. So it's not like a heavy color, it's a very see-through color. It almost looks like it's mimicking skin. So I love that. That'll be like the way I add color to my lips and cheek and eyes without adding too much. So let this stain kind of, even on the lip, I've applied it twice, so the color kind of gets absorbed because I'd like to finish this with the lip balm. But before I do that, I'm just gonna let it sit and rest on my face for 2 minutes. So now I'm gonna curl my lashes. Curl your lashes like that. I'm using my Bobbi Brown eyelash curler. Immediately makes a difference, you can see, right? Lashes are curled, and I'm gonna take my eyebrow brush now, and I'm gonna brush my eyebrow hair. Now I'm going to take some Embark eyeshadow. It's a MAC eyeshadow. Looks like this. It's brown color. And I'm going to fill my eyebrows lightly just from on the edges there. I don't want this look to be severe and harsh. I want it to be like a rosy, glowy, very natural look. I like to do the ends of my eyebrows when I'm trying to stick to a more natural feel of the eye. And just the bottom here we'll do a little bit. I always say this in every video I make. I don't like doing the top part of my eyebrows very much because I feel it starts to make one look a little harsh. I think it makes the face look harsh. So I'm just gonna blend that in. So now I'm gonna give my lip a little bit of shape on top because I tend to draw my top lip a little, overdraw it a little bit. So I'm gonna take my rose pencil from Bobbi Brown. Just draw my lip a little bit and shade on the sides a little bit, but I don't want it to be too harsh because I want this look to be very natural. So I'm going to then take my finger and blend the lip liner with the original tint. It doesn't look like a lip liner, it looks more natural and looks like more like the natural shape of my lip. And I'm going to add a little bit of my rose salve. CO Biglow here, rose salve. It's like a nice lip balm, and I don't like wearing balm under when I'm doing proper lipsticks. I think it makes the color slip too much, but I like to wear it on this look because, you know, it's a very natural lip. So even if it slips a little bit, you know, it looks very natural. So I'm gonna take some on my finger, apply it on my lip like that. Now I'm gonna take some NARS Laguna. It's this kind of a very soft, it's a bronzing powder actually, NARS. I'm going to take some on my blending brush and very lightly I'm going to create a very soft color on my crease. You don't want this to be severe, so very light. I'm just trying to define my crease in the most natural way and blend it out a little bit, just that much, to give my eye a very light definition there, right? And I'm going to follow that up. So I'm going to take some mascara now. It's the Smoky Extravagant Mascara from Makeup Forever, and I'm just going to do my tips. I'm not going to go from root to tip because I want this to look like I'm wearing not much of a mascara. It's just lightly on the tips, just very, and because you've curled your lash, it'll give a very nice, pretty effect. So now I'm going to take MAC's Soft and Gentle. It's a highlighter in my beauty blender, and I'm going to just pat it on the highlighter a little bit, and I'm going to apply it on my cheek. Not very strong. I want to keep with the softness of the look. A little bit on the bridge of my nose, a little bit here, a little bit in the middle of my neck, to just give a glow all over. And can you see, it's a very natural looking glow. So that would be what I would do on an average day personally when I'm not being a makeup artist. And I think this is a really lovely look. I wish I saw more people doing this now. I feel it's the opposite end of the spectrum. We tend to do too much. And I think sometimes just doing this little amount of makeup, making your skin look good, prepping your skin, taking care of it, makes a huge difference. As a new mom, a lot of people say, you know, but we don't have time, I don't have time, my child. And I get it, by the way. I'm in quarantine right now. I have chosen to, even before quarantine, not let my child be touched by anyone. I am the one who changes diapers, I breastfeed her. I love doing that, and the only help I get is from my husband and my mom who stays with me. And the one thing that has worked for me a lot, and I really want to say that to all moms, is that have a routine for your child and yourself. I've always seen sometimes mothers are running behind children, like, you know, there's no sleeping time, there's no massage time, there's no feeding time. It's kind of all over the place, and I think that really adds to not having time. But if you just organize your baby and yourself, it's great for the baby. Babies love structure. I myself, after the first month, about 6 weeks were really disorienting because you're just trying to get the hang of being a mom. But I feel after that, when I started to understand that me and her would be in a rhythm together, the routine has helped us so much. It helps me. I know when I'm going to be working, I know what time I'm spending with her, what time I'm going to be feeding, what I'm going to be doing XYZ. So that really gives you time. It's not because I have help or I hand my baby over to someone else. I choose not to do that. For those who do, that's great too. But I want to be hands-on with my baby, and it is possible to take care of yourself. So I make sure I take that time out. I would recommend the same for all the mothers there. And don't dump the kids also on other people. That's family. Like my mom is staying with me right now, and of course my husband and me share as much. A very supportive husband, so he equally shares my time with her. But just because I have my mom with her, it's not like I give her to my mom either for 15 hours. There's a certain amount of time she can keep her, and that's respected. And hence I feel it's very important, like I said, to have a routine. And it is possible to take care of your skin. It is possible to look a little pretty, do a little bit of blush, do a little bit of lipstick. We also have to feel good. I mean, I've been going through the same thing myself. I think there's a point in time right after you give birth where you just feel so blah. But I think taking that little time for yourself, doing a little bit of a beauty routine and a beauty regime, it doesn't have to be massive. It doesn't have to be a lot of makeup. The idea is to look glowy and natural and like a new mom. Try to, eat as well as you can. Try to drink as much water as you can. That's helped a lot as well. People ask a lot where my skin is concerned, how is it, staying looking good or staying hydrated. And because I'm breastfeeding, I've really upped my water intake. So of 1.5 liter bottles, I sometimes have about 4 to 5 in a day, and that's really helped with the skin. I hope you guys learned something today, and you also saw that personally, as a personal preference, if I was doing my own makeup after my beauty routine, it's based on being as natural as possible, letting the skin shine, letting the features shine, and not focusing on too much makeup, because one doesn't have so much time as a mom. You also don't want to wear a lot of makeup while holding and taking care of your baby. You want to be as natural as possible. And I also feel it's a very youthful look to have to just, look like you're wearing, this is still a lot of makeup and products, but it's nice to look like you're wearing little makeup, especially in today's day and age, because I feel like everybody wears too much. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it and learned something, and I shall be seeing you guys soon.